A little bit about warming up and making sure that the saxophone works. Everybody talks about technique on the saxophone. I don't think technique is learning how to play fast and loud and high. I think technique is learning how to play what the music calls for and do it with a certain bit of elegance. And learning how to play beautiful melodies. When I first started playing, I didn't take any lessons. I used to go see the local saxophone players play and watch what they did here. And according to the book, and for the most part teaching today, they tell you not to move your lower jaw, to bite on your lower lip. This is just a quick fix. If you're having trouble playing the bottom register soft, you're biting too hard. If the top register tends to play a little sharp, you're biting. Saxophone, you can't play the saxophone like a clarinet. It has to be sort of a little bit more relaxed than that. I'm not saying you have to play or that you have to puff your cheeks to do it, but I do. Everybody that I saw in those early years, they used to puff their cheek. There'd be a little bit of a puff here, not Dizzy Gillespie style, but and sometimes I do that too when I want to C sharp loud, soft, low B flat soft. If you don't move, if you don't have that nice cushion for the reed, it'll never happen. Learning to play fast is easy. It's in the books. It's in all the books. Sound is, for me, sound is everything. And all the great players, no matter who they were, they had a beautiful sound. They nurtured it. They refined it. Whether it was John Coltrane or whether it was Sonny Rollins or Coleman Hawkins or Stan Getz or no matter who it was, Sonny Stitt, Michael Brecker. It didn't matter who it was. They took advantage of the thing that they had in their head, what they thought they heard, and chased that. And any saxophone player that you name, you go after it, and they have an identity. But if we all just sit there and play with this stiff approach, then we're all going to sound alike, and then they could sell embouchures at the corner drugstore. Little plastic embouchure like the Halloween lips or the candy lips you put in. Everybody goes and plays the saxophone. Yeah, it's simple. It's really a very simple approach to it. Watch me when I play. And it's just the opposite. When I see kids play, when they play from the middle register to the bottom register, they push their jaw forward. Now it's going to be rather than that's a combination of subtone full sound. But Ben Webster is like a perfect example of subtone. And so was Stan Getz. He didn't like to play that way down low. He played with a harder sound down low. But he could play subtone all over the horn, from rather than different sound. And that's all where you put your tongue inside, where you put the bottom lips. And it's not like playing any louder. Interesting. John Coltrane played on a very close mouthpiece. Extremely hard reed. It was that. You got that sound. It was this almost. But he knew how to, he could turn the sound on and off too. He knew how to push it, and he knew how to make it stay inside the horn. Yeah, I've always favored that open sound on the tenor. The first saxophone players I heard were on record was Coleman Hawkins, and that just blew me away. And then I heard Gene Ammons, and both of those guys had this big, fat, open sound. Ben Webster came later. So did Sonny Stitt. So did, well, actually I heard Sonny Stitt because at the same time that I heard Gene Ammons. They showed up at the same time. They had a band together. That was 1950, 51, 52. It was wonderful to hear those sounds out of the tenor. The Coleman Hawkins thing was. So forth. Yeah, and that was interesting for me. I always went to hear those guys play and saw what they did here, and then went home and tried to imitate that movement, that thing, and how where they, I could see here how it changed inside.